Hey guys! Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi! I'm Cheenie, and in today's video, I'll be talking about how to choose your pre-med, or I'm gonna be paano ba? How to phrase this? Basically, I'm gonna talk about things you should consider when choosing your pre-med, in my opinion. And I'll also be sharing how I ended up choosing UST MedTech as my pre-med. And yeah, parang bitin, pero this actually might be a long video. But anyway, if you want to find out how I chose my pre-med and things you should consider about choosing yours, then keep on watching. Okay, let's go. Let's do this. Okay, first, I think I'll share muna how I ended up choosing UST MedTech as my pre-med. Okay, as you guys know, or maybe you don't know, my backstory on why I chose to go on this journey to med is back in grade 8, grade 8 ba? Yeah, grade 8. I found out about psychology, and basically I got super invested into it, and I found out that I like talking to people about their problems, and I'm good at listening and giving advice or something. So I looked into it, and I found myself very interested in the world of psychology and psychiatry. So I found out the difference of it and stuff like that. So initially, I wanted to have BS Psych as my pre-med, which was actually the course that I got accepted to in UST before I shifted to MedTech. And the reason I shifted to MedTech was because I was thinking of the practicality of it in the long run, because I know I will find myself in med school later on in my life, which is hopefully in the near future. And it's not something I plan to stray away from, because I mean, even until now, even after 4 years in medtech, I still want to become a doctor, and I still want to become a psychiatrist, or maybe another kind of doctor, who knows. That's in the far future pa naman. Anyway, I'm going far away from the point, but yeah, so ayun, that one of the reasons why or not one of the reasons, the actual main reason why I took medtech is because I know in med school it will give me an edge in the year that we take up medtech related subjects. Not only will I have notes already for it, but I will have already like prior information and knowledge about it, since I studied it for the past 4 years of my life, or basically my entire college. Why didn't I choose any other courses that also have like pros to it in med school? I think I was influenced also by my sister, by the fact that she was already taking it, and I was like, oh, I'll have notes na, so in case ate can also help me, ganon, understand and stuff. And rightfully so, she did help me understand a lot of my subjects. So ayun. Pero other courses, let's say like PT also has a big like advantage, because they're really good in anatomy, I think, or parang they should be, ganon. So ayun, that's basically my backstory on how I chose my pre-med. But okay, here are like how many, like I don't know how many things it is you should, but anyway, here we go. Here are the things I think you should consider in choosing your pre-med. Okay, so the first one is consider your future and its many possibilities. What do I mean by that? You should consider the different paths you can take while you're taking your chosen pre-med. Let's say, of course, there's the ideal path na I take this pre-med, I go to med school, and I become a doctor. That's the ideal path for all of the people who want to take med school. But there's also a different path that people realize that med school is not for them during their pre-med. And you have to consider na parang, what are my options after I take this pre-med, since I don't want to go to med school anymore? What are the job opportunities for me? What can I become? Can I work outside of the country? Are there only jobs available for me locally, stuff like that. I know it's a lot to consider, but then med, you have to be sure kasi that you want to take med if you're gonna take a course that you don't think will parang you don't think you want to do right after you graduate, or parang there's not a lot of opportunities for it na mapipilitan ka to go into med school. Because I feel like sometimes mayroon ding instances na ganon na mapipilitan ka na lang because you don't know what to do after you graduate from your pre-med. So, ayun. What else? Do you have a backup plan if ever you don't want to go to med school? Because in the end, feeling ko the biggest factor there is to consider is how sure you are in you going to med school. Because I feel like going into pre-med, you always think, or we all have this mentality na, oh, I'm for sure going to med school. Like, there's no question. Parang, I've been wanting to become a doctor all my life. And there's no other path for me except that. But then the thing is, sometimes kasi, you see, or not sometimes, but all of the time, once you're actually already doing your pre-med, you can fall out of love for it and see na parang realize that I don't think I can do this, I don't think I can study like 10 more years in my life, and for what? To hurt myself mentally? Ganon. No. It's like, that's another thing you have to consider. Like, do you think you'll have the capacity to hold on, stay strong, remain motivated, and like keep going back to your whys na parang, this is why I want to become a doctor, and stick with it? Because if you don't have reasons naman to keep going, then right now pa lang I'm telling you, don't take med school. Don't choose something that you'll be happy with for a long time. As in, think 10, 20, not even 10, 20, 30 years from now, when you're an actual doctor, and you'll say na parang, lahat ng puyat ko, lahat ng pagod ko, it was worth it. Because I'm here now, helping more people than I ever could help had I not become a doctor. Parang, there's so much like foresight that goes into choosing a pre-med. This sounds like it's so heavy, but then it's really so important kasi like, when you choose to go into a pre-med, wala. You're going into a long road of studying. And that's a known thing. Same goes with every profession that has continuing education. Like, let's say law. Parang law also takes long. And if you want to become a lawyer, imagine the number of laws you have to memorize. Same goes. It's like, my goodness, ang dami and ang tagal. And parang, you just have to make sure na it's gonna be worth it in the end, because that's what 10-15 years of your life studying. And parang if you just stop it in the end, then it was like, sayang naman yung 10-15 years of my life. Parang tapos di ako naging doktor, ganun. So ayun, ang dami kong sinabi. I hope may nakuha kayo doon. Like, I think I said like 3 things to consider there or more. Anyway, the next thing you should consider, this is not only in choosing your pre-med, but in choosing the school you want to go to. How do you want your college life to be? Do you want it to be like fun, like you can go out pa, you choose your subjects, you choose when you take your subjects, like the time slots, or are you willing na parang 7 to 7 may classes ka, ganon, and Monday to Saturday may classes ka? Are you willing to take that kind of life, ganon? I know it sounds like I'm making medtech sound so bad, but then there's really a difference kasi in schools and the dynamic and the college life basically. Parang, okay, I'm happy because I met my friends in UST, medtech, my blockmates, and they're the ones who make my life in college fun. They're the reasons kung bakit I really love like experiencing everything with them, and it made it bearable even though it was hard, even though like I was like suffering from the kung gaano kahirap yung subjects. I wasn't suffering alone. I was suffering like together with my blockmates. And like I got a bad grade. You got a bad grade also. You know that meme? I don't know if I can find that meme. I'll put it somewhere here. But as in, they made my college life so much better. But if you want a college life na chill, na parang, oh, I can maybe like postpone this a few days, or not as heavy, then maybe consider taking a different course, a different school, where the college life will be much more a good fit for you, because that's important naman yun. I mean, some people kasi wanna have like fun in their pre-med college life and then get more serious na talaga when they enter med. But then some people are also like serious pre-med, serious med. So, kayo bahala. It's like, know the different options and that you can take, depending of course on what you like to do, because it has to be inclined with what you like. And maybe ask people from different schools na parang, how is, let's say, BS Psych in UST? How is BS Psych in Ateneo? How is BS Psych in LaSalle? Parang get feedback from as many sources as you can, so that you can weigh out and compare how you want your college life to be. So, ayun. There. What else? I think the last question that I'll answer or the last thing that I wanna mention, there is a person kasi that sent me a question and asked, how did you know that medtech was the right choice for you? I don't know if this is cliche or not, but I feel like whatever choice I chose to do would always be the right choice. Kasi you choose where you want your life to go. And whether or not you are happy or sad or whatever feeling it is that you feel, it's your responsibility to make that choice worthwhile. And I think even though mahina ako in a lot of subjects in medtech, it was the experience itself and the learnings that I know will get me far in the future and will be my edge in the future in med school. That's why I know it's the right choice, because I'm also a very like practical, logical type of person. So the decisions I make now, I know and I hope will be very helpful for me in the future. So I'm not the type of person na parang I only think for the now, but I think how this would benefit me in the future as well, which is why I chose medtech, and that's how I know that medtech was the right choice for me. So yeah, I don't know if you were able to get something out of this video, but I hope you did. And if you did, then please give this video a big thumbs up. If you have any questions about choosing pre-meds and whatnot, or questions about anything in general, then leave it in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell so you get notified when I have a new video. Never forget, there's nothing to it but to do it. See you guys in my next video. Bye!